Namaskar viewers, and welcome to another inspirational segment. Today I shall talk to you about the significance, the symbolic representation of Holi of Phagwa, as we are now prepared to welcome another year on the first day of Navrat, which will be March the 31st. It will be our Hindustani New Year 2071. So first of all, I wish you a Happy New Year, and let us do enjoy and rejuvenate ourselves as human beings. Now, the religious element in the Holi festival consists of four characters. One is Prahalad. We know the story well of Prahalad, and he symbolizes the godly qualities in man. Secondly, we have Hiranyakashipu. His father, he represents the evil mind. Third, we have Holika, the sister of Hiranyakashipu, the Pua of Prahalad. She represents the impure thoughts, comes from the mind and transfer to the senses. And finally, we have Narsingha Bhagwan, who represent the re-establishment of righteousness. So if you look at these four characters, they also can be used for us to achieve the four fruits of life. We have Dharma, Artha, Kama, or Moksha. Dharma is Prahalad. He is very dharmic. He is filled with bhakti and devotion, humility to the Lord. That is what Dharma is. Artha is his father. He wants worldly pleasure, worldly wealth. He wants to live forever. He wants to challenge the entire universe, and which he did. So he wants to remain forever. Artha means something that grabs you, material pleasure. And Kama is desire. From the evil mind, send to the senses something to act and collaborate with the evil mind. That is Holika. And finally, Moksha, Narsingha Bhagavan. He came to give liberation to Dharma, to the dharmic man. Prahalad, of course, he protects Prahalad all through his struggles and disaster that he faces in life. So my dear devotees of God, the significance of Holi is very, very intense. It's very deep, of course. But I'll give you briefly what it really meant in our life. This is how we must look at the picture of Holi. Now, Prahalad and his struggle represent God consciousness. He's a creator of godly force for the Lord. He represents all the positive tendencies such as humility, morality, good fortunes, devotion and bhakti and so on. He suffered tremendous consequences, but at no time did he give up. At no time did he give up in his belief in God. And God will not respond to his prayers. In every attempt of disaster and struggle he faced with, he resorted to meditate on God. And you have known this story well. God came to his rescue at every attempt. And when we have seen prayers, my dear devotees, has tremendous power. Spontaneous result of Prahalad's prayer was given. And so he was saved. The lesson here is always have faith in your faith. This is what Prahalad is teaching us. Always have F-A-I-T-H in our F-A-T-E. And Bhagavan will be there for all of us. Then his father represents the evil tendencies that creeps in the mind, the ego, the desire of wanting possession and position. This is something dangerous that all mankind is fighting for. We want possession. We want position in temples, in communities, and so on. We all want to be president, and most importantly, we all want to be treasurer. And you know what happened after that. The K2LM3 will step in: Kam, Krodh, Lobha, Moha, Madhya, Yamatsar, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy. This one word, greed, is very dangerous. And of course, there is enough for man's need, but not enough for man's greed. This is Hiranyakashipu quality, my dear brothers and sisters. Mud, intoxication, lost in this world of illusion. We think we own everything that we have, but no, my dear devotees of God, we do not. Everything is being lent to us just for a few days. Do din ka jagame mela, sabat chala chale ka kela. Only 2 days it is being lent for us. This place is a playground. So what Hiranyakashipu was striving for, to live forever, to be a superstitious human or a superhuman, it is all of waste of time. Look at his son Prahlad. He just prayed to Jai Narayana, and Bhagavan always be there to help him. My dear brothers and sisters, at the time of Holi, these qualities breed from Hiranyakashipu. We must realize what he has done. He has established a boundary of ego. He established the toxin that causes the pain, suffering, anxiety, and animosity in the lives of man. He was blinded by the ignorance of his own ego. He deluded himself that he was greater than God, and was most infuriated at his son's complete devotion to an unshakable faith in Lord Sri Vishnu Bhagavan. His tragedy could have been averted had he heeded his son's word. On many occasions, Prahlad told him, "O father, you have won wars and have gained lordship over numerous worlds, but you have not yet been able to win the victory over your own senses." Can you imagine that? A son is speaking to a father. By winning all the worlds outside, you have become a powerful king. But when you cannot control your senses, you will be the king of the whole world in hell. But if you can control your senses, then you will become the king of the universe. So Prahlad was educating his father. And my dear devotees of God, this is what Dharma is saying to the mind. This is what the teachings of our Dharma is saying to all of us. When we read our scripture, this is what it is telling us. This is the philosophy behind Phagwa and Holi. If we continue to be defeated by our own senses, my dear brothers and sisters, how then can we ever win a lasting victory against the enemies outside? Think about it. So what Hiranyakashipu represents, all the worldly entanglement that we are all fighting for. We have to let go. Think about God. Everything is His. Nothing belongs to us. Yena mera sab tera Prabhu. This is what we have to tell the Lord. Oh Lord, Yena mera, this is not mine. Nothing belongs to me. Sab tera Prabhu. Everything belongs to you. So Hiranyakashipu is giving us a message here that we must learn to control the mind. You know, greater than the senses is the mind. Greater than the mind is the intellect. And greater than the intellect is the Atma. These are the 4 aspects we are talking about here. The senses, the mind, the intellect is Prahlad, and the Atma is known as what Bhagavan, Shri Vishnu. So Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu ties a very important quality in us that we must utilize at this time of Phagwa and remove all the negative forces and allow the good to flourish. Now Holika represents the impure thoughts and the senses, the vices that reels us into the path of difficulties and an uncomfortable world, which is allowing us to sink into a sea of dejection, depression, and oppression. The fire, you know, she was a fireproof woman, But the fire represents the burning away of all the impurities that are within the recess of the mind, and purifying the lower tendencies and removal of all negative qualities such as hatred, jealousy, anger, greed, lust, arrogance, and pride. Holika's mind becomes polluted, so she was burned to ashes. Although she was a fireproof woman, she got burned down. Yet still, when you misuse the power that is given to you, then you will destroy yourself. So Prahalad was already pure. Fire cannot burn that which is already pure, because the ash that remains is pure when all the elements are burnt away. Fire has three tendencies: 1, to prepare meal; 2, to perform havan; and 3, to cremate the human body. These are the three tendencies: to burn away all elements and allow it to become the pure ashes as Holika. It means that all the vices and impurities had reduced to ashes. And this is the power of God. This is the power of the intellect, to reduce them to ashes. This is why when Prahalad sits in the fire of fire, instead of Holika burning Prahalad, the vices, the lower qualities was burned to ashes, and Prahalad, the pure devotee, remains safe. So Holika is giving us a message as well. Now, Narsingha Bhagavan represents the God force that has the spontaneous effect, which is getting rid of the toxin, the evil qualities, the sufferings and the pains. He is a symbol of refreshment, renewal, and the ceremony of re-establishing that guidance, that direction, strength, that everlasting love and togetherness in our life. This is what Narsingha Bhagavan represents, my dear devotees. And this is what he came for. He came to re-establish righteousness. Now the color of the abir and the fragrant powder that we smeared on each other in the air decomposes the rajas, tama particle from our body and from the atmosphere. It purifies the atmosphere, of course, and it activates various deities in the form of colors. Thus, it represents the activation of good qualities such as satya, truth, sauch, purity at heart, dan, charity, giving charity, reaching out to all with the helping hands, and daya, having mercy, being merciful to all. This is what the color represents when we smear it on each other. So Phagwa or Holi is celebrated every year to remind people, now and again, that those who love God shall be saved, and those who torture the devotees of God shall be reduced to ashes, as was wicked Holika. Thus, it is a time when we reach out into the garden of love, beauty and joy, and share it among our devotees. You know, when you smear the powder, the abir, on each other, we look alike. Sometimes you can recognize your own brother, your own sister, because we all look alike. It means that we all must always embrace each other. We are all children of God. So with these few words, I thank you very much, and I wish you all a very, very happy Holi, happy Phagwa. May peace, harmony, and love be with you and all of us in this family. May the world enjoy moment of peace in their life at this time of Holi, and may that peace always be with you wherever you go. From Sri Devi Mandir and all of us, we would like to say happy Holi, happy Phagwa to you and your entire family. Jai Shri Hari.